How you doing, everybody? Aaron Jolly with eXp Realty. I'm here today with Debbie Weller and Steve Gardner, two top agents in our office. And we're going to talk today about Steve's story. Debbie?
Well, welcome, Steve.
Hello.
And, hello. I just, I think it's really a good opportunity for us to just sit down and talk about your whole story. You've been with eXp now, how long? About a year and a half?
A year and a half. Yeah, going on a year and a half. Not long enough.
Yeah. So, and after, what made you, let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
You and I kind of talked. I've been with the company since August of 2018, and I think I'd reached out to you a little bit and told you, to try to tell you what a great company this was, and you kind of pushed me off for a while.
Yeah.
But then, so it took like a year later, you finally came around and said, "Hey, tell me more."
Yeah, and I'll dive into that. Yeah, basically, like most agents that are working for a brokerage, I was with a very well known, still very well known company in town. But you get comfortable, and you don't know what you don't know. And Debbie reached out to me. At the time, I really wasn't looking to move or make a move. So you get busy. I do a lot of business. I know a lot of people in town, just busy. But and I've had a good relationship with you from Adams Cameron, from the days we've been around. We've known each other. We've done deals together over the years.
15 years, maybe.
Yeah, 15 or 6. God, it seems like forever.
We're showing our age.
And so I respect you, and I respected you, and I said, if Debbie is doing this, and Debbie's first class, maybe something I should look at. And it took about a year, really and truly, of you get busy, and I really, like I said, I was not looking to make a move. You get comfortable where you're at, but I did, and
so we'll fast forward a year.
Yeah.
You finally
fast
made the
forward
move.
Yep, I made a move, and it was awesome, incredible. That's all I can say as far as that. My only regret initially was that I didn't do it sooner.
Yeah.
But you always say that after making it, and it was scary because the unknown. But I tell you what, it was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. From my move, and I was so glad that you came, because we now, we've always been, agents out there and doing deals together and had a great relationship. But now we're kind of locked arms. We're business partners, and that's what's really cool. It's we become agent owners of this company, and we have so many benefits, and the tools and resources are just overwhelming, and it just brings so much to the table. But to really go out and be owners of a company, and we have so much fun, and
it's incredible. And I can just, I'm being genuine when I say this. I thank you for bugging me. I honestly, 2 kids in college. Where I was before, I wasn't saying I was struggling, but I was treading water like most realtors do. And I am so blessed that I doubled my production. And it just opened up all kinds of avenues. It's a totally different business model. Our brokers don't compete with us. We're agent owned. It's a completely different business model, and the monies go back towards the agent. eXp cares about the agent. We love our customers, and we love our can't say clients, but our customers. But they love the agent, and that's the most important part. I have retirement now.
Yeah.
Healthcare.
Yeah.
Stock. We're traded on the NASDAQ. Every one of my closings, which is now I'm capped. I'm 100% for the next 6.5 months. 100% commission. After $3 million, you get capped. I get all that stuff goes back into my pocket in the form of, it's incredible. And the tools and the technology, and it's just, I am building my own brand. And to be honest with you, after 17 years, and anybody that's watching this, that's an agent, it's a grind. It's a hamster wheel. Been doing it a long time. And now the company affords me the opportunity to maybe back off into my sunset years. And I can actually see that already occurring. And it has just been
because I see, I reach out to Steve on occasion, and he's sending me a picture of himself at the beach.
Yeah.
I think he's spending a little more time at the beach because he's more relaxed, and he's keeping more of his money. You were able. What's a couple of the great things you've been able to do with the more commissions? I know you told me. I remember that first check you got. You were at an 80-20 split with eXp. that first check you got, but you're like, wow, this is the biggest check I've gotten.
It was more than when I was with the same company for 16 years.
Yeah.
Because there's no fees and all the other stuff that they charge.
Yeah.
That they don't tell you about. eXp is just straight laced.
And then and then I remember one of the other first things that, well, you've got done a lot of great things that you probably afford yourself now that you didn't, because you're, I don't want to say frugal, but more conservative. That's a better word. That's a better word. Conservative. Yeah. And so, but you've been able to do, like, I remember when you paid off your car, right?
Yeah,
you finally got a new car.
Yep.
And he was excited about that. And he's like, eXp paid for this for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. There's no way. I went from 4 million to 9 million in 1 year.
Yeah.
Thank you, eXp. It was wonderful. It was just from leads generation and it's incredible. So yeah, it's been real good with the family. I got 2 kids I have one in college still. It was the timing was really important because it would have been a struggle and it afforded me to, I don't know, freedom, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think, well, and your wife just turned 50, and you were able to kind of really spoil her, and I think she's really thankful for eXp.
She loves it. It's the best thing ever. And we prayed, and I'm religious, and it was and I did pray, and my pastor at First Baptist did a little sermon up there one day, and he was Pastor Eric, love you. He was standing up there one day, and he talked about you got to step out of your box. And of course, it's in reference to the Bible and some religious things, but it also references your comfort zone as Christians. You have to step out, but that also translates into the real world in the workplace. Mm-hmm. I had to step out of my little box, and so that told me when I saw that, got to do it, and I did it. September 23rd,
2019.
2019.
So and then you've also, because with 17 years in the business, you're a great business person. You've been very successful, and then you've taken your skills, and then you've just taken the resources and like absorbed all the resources of this company and just really picked the tools. I mean, it's overwhelming the amount of stuff we get. It like blows your mind. Yeah. But you were able to kind of latch on to our CRM and really use that to catapult your business and, like you said, double your production. But then also the other one thing that's really great about this company is as we grow, they encourage us to grow the company so that we can help and groom other people and help people develop. And so talk about that a little bit, because you're a mentor with the company too. We have a mentor program.
Yeah, eXp, when you come on as a brand new agent, I've got several agents that I personally sit down and help start their business, show them everything from how to work the MLS, how to do a transaction, how to do an open house, how to go into a listing appointment, how to work with buyers, how to go to an inspection. And it's fun because it's very rewarding, because in our company, we're structured, if they succeed, I succeed. So it's almost like being a broker without having to be a broker. So it's really rewarding to see my minions. I call them minions. Anybody that it's funny, but I have a really, really good relationship, and I celebrate when they make a closing or they make a sale or they learn something, and it's a blast. I can't wait to get some more, because I'm building, and the same with you. I'm building a future for them and their families, and it's and the same for me. It's just a great business model, and I love it.
Because what's exciting, it's equal opportunity, like totally equal opportunity. I mean, we all are. You have the ability. We, as realtors, are independent contractors. We build our own businesses. We have our customers come to us because of us. They don't care who our broker is. They don't care the name of our company.
Yeah, I wanted to go over that real quick. That was my big concern. I was with a very well-known brand in town, still is known in town and in the state. And I was very concerned that was one of my big things. And anybody that's watching this, I have to have it has nothing. I mean, zero to do with it. Pretty much zero to do with it. It's all about you, the agent. 100%. And I had to get that through my mind. So, and once I figured that out right away, that my customers did not care about that. They cared about me, the individual. It really didn't matter what company you're with. Of course, the eXp is wonderful, but which is a big help. But that was a big something I had to overcome.
Yeah.
But not a big
When you have confidence in yourself, but what you do realize, and in over my career, when I first started in this business, like I'm a very loyal. I worked 10 years at NASCAR, and I worked in a hotel for a long time, and then I was with my first broker for like six years at least. And it's something that once you've made that move, which is the hardest thing ever.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
And because there's great people, great agents you work with, that is your work family, great brokers, managers, all of that stuff. And you just sit back and you realize that it's a business decision. I mean, because now you've improved the quality of your future, your family's future, you're taking care of your family. And, all of those people that you worked with at your previous broker, you still are friends with. We just saw a bunch of them last week,
Awesome people.
and we're still doing deals together and all of that. So when you have a different work family here, with the culture and the group that we've provided, and I think that's pretty amazing, and we have a lot of fun, and
awesome.
we have more fun ahead. But
I do more now than I did before, which is it's really cool.
So, but I found the same thing, is that once you do, because we've got customers, I was with one last night, and I remember when I was going to move to eXp, and I said, I know I signed up and I had this luxury brand, and when I took your listing, and I want to move to this company and nobody's heard of it. I just learned about it last month, and this was 2.5 years ago. And she looked at me and she's like, Debbie, you know what? I don't even know who your company is you're with. I hired you.
Yeah.
And that's all that mattered. I'm like, oh, thank you, because that was my opportunity.
You did take a leap of faith for all of us over here. I mean, a year ahead of time, and that's one of the reasons I came over, is because I said, well, Debbie Weller's she's a top agent wherever she's been. She can do it. I'm following her.
And the thing that's great about it is too, like, I've watched my business grow year after year after year, being with eXp, and just, the other thing that recently, probably within the last year or so more, that I'm really tapping into more broader resources and relationships with agents across the country.
Yeah.
And, every week I've got a couple of regular calls, and ones every other week, but with agents that are in like Arizona, Michigan, Puerto Rico, they're all over the place, and just sharing. And sharing their successes. And these are people that are selling 100 million plus. They're doing 300 homes a year. They're mega teams. They're just open book. And it's really cool.
Well, it's because of the way we're structured.
Yeah, it's really cool because we're all agent owners.
We're all agent owners. So
everybody knows that it's all for the good of everybody else. And I think, like, we, and even with everybody, I mean, we share everything. If anyone has a question, like, there's no competition here.
I do good, you do good.
Yeah. Yeah,
and so forth, and so the whole group does great. It's
awesome. It's a great culture.
It really is. It's wonderful. I thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you thank you for finally taking a look, because once you look, it's like when you don't know what you don't know at the end of the day. And I know that I was there for many years when I was with my first brokerage, and everyone's calling, and all these recruiters and people are calling you, and you're like, I'm happy where I'm at, I'm happy. And I never knew that there was even a place that had a cap, like where you could go to 100%.
I didn't even understand that.
And,
that was not
some of that
mine,
stuff.
yeah.
So I guess it's, you don't know what you don't know. Glad that we opened our minds.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll leave it with this. Remember, you got to build yourself, not your brokers. Okay, put the money back into your pocket. And also, an old shoe is a comfortable shoe, but it's still an old shoe.
That's a wrap.